allowing sharing for this meeting.
Yeah, yeah.
The host, can I request you for the permission
Jimmy
to record
logged
it
into his
and share the
sole rights.
sharing is still is not on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Zoya, you are the host
So,
now.
yeah, and I had given the rights to Mishra ji so you could share and everything. So, आपके
But the
login
system is
से
not
वो
showing
चला
that you have
गया.
given
हाँ,
any
I'll
right to
just
me.
1 second. I'm just allowing it.
मेरे अधिकार मुझे चाहिए.
मैं
Yes, now
आपको दे देती हूँ.
I
Yes.
think I've got it.
You can also then mute others if you need to. Mishra ji,
Yes.
let me just welcome you and hand it over to you. I will thank you everyone for logging into today's session. We started management through movies as a small uh, a COVID exercise where we thought it would be nice for us to get together and discuss learnings that we can get from movies that we watch regularly and use it beyond just sessions and trainings and learn lessons for leadership and life. This is an initiative by Square Sequel, and I now invite Mr. G to take over and take you through today's movie and what are the lessons that we can learn from. Over to you, Mr.
Thank
G.
you so much, Zoya. And today the movie which we are going to talk about is a golden hit from the times of Rishikesh Mukherjee. And if I tell you Rishikesh Mukherjee, he is not an actor, he is not a star, though he is a star as a director. And why star as a director? Because in those times, in 70s, he gave some fantastic movies. And the basis of his movies were family bonding, how we can take care of a small little pieces of happiness and we can create the entire journey of life through them. And that was the signature things which Rishikesh Mukherjee always used to do in his movies. And yes, he had his favorite star, and his favorite star was Rajesh Khanna. So this is a movie this time. Uh, the name is sorry, I have to correct it. It's not Super 30. It's uh, Bawarchi, and it is directed by Rishikesh Mukherjee and starring. It's this movie has got Rajesh Khanna and Jaya Bhaduri there, and this movie tells us about the challenges and the struggles of a middle class joint family in Indian society, and how they still they are so loving, so affectionate. Still, they have got lots of friction within them, and this is a perfect example of how conflict resolution in day-to-day life can be handled. So, boys and girls, today's agenda is going to be first of all the storyline. I'm going to take you through the storyline. Second thing, um, I'm going to talk about, and we are going to talk about the learnings from the movie Bawarchi. Then we'll have the question answers. We can have the question answer. And at no point we are going to tell you that please watch this movie. We are not promoting this movie anyway. However, we are going to talk about as to what are the learnings from this movie. And yes, one more thing. We don't claim that these are the only learnings. There might be some other learnings which you might find it might be intriguing to you. So these are some of the learnings which we have understood with our limited understanding. So we are going to share them with you, right? So if we talk about the movie, the introduction, Bawarchi, as we call it chef in English. So this movie is about Shanti Nivas. The name of the home is Shanti Nivas. It is a house of a retired postmaster, and this retired postmaster lives in the house along with his three sons. One son is Mr. Ramnath, who is who is a head clerk in a company. The second son is a professor in a college, and the third son is an assistant to Lakshmikant Pyarelal. He is a musician, and the joint family has lots of differences and fiction among themselves, and the family. Uh, and the family life and the professional life of the people working there because of these frictions and differences is as bad as it can be imagined. And the changes happens when the chef, the Bawarchi, which is played by Rajesh Khanna, and the name of the Bawarchi in this movie is Raghu. When this Raghu enters into the house and understands all the things, all the kinds of differences and frictions this family was having, and then subtly, with the simplicity and ease, he one by one erases each and every difference with each and every family member. And if we cut, copy, and paste this analogous inspiration to our corporate life, we'll find that there are very exemplary and you can say experiential way of understanding how we can take care of conflict resolution. So that was the introduction to the movie. And now let's once again have a look at the trailer of the movie.
वैसे ये बूढ़ा एक कप चाय की आस में बैठा है।
तो क्या महाराज ने चाहे नहीं दिया अभी तक? बाबूजी, कितनी बार कहा, इतना सोना जेवर घर पे मत रखो, किसी दिन चोरी हो जाएगा।
7 बज गए, अभी तक चाय नहीं दी महाराज ने। कहीं भाग तो नहीं गई ये भी?
जल्दी से चाय बना के तोला। क्यों महाराज? चला गया? ये रोज रोज की मुसीबत मुझसे नहीं उठाई जाती। अब कौन मरेगा सारे घर के लिए? बर्तन मांजो, रसोई करो, कपड़े धो।
सुना इस घर में एक बावर्ची की जरूरत है।
कभी एक आदमी आया है कि तो बावर्ची का काम चाहिए, खुद ही आया है दादू।
राजा सबको आवाज दे, उनके लिए तो भगवान आ गए।
तो सुनते हो? बावर्ची आया है। खाना पकाने वाला है, चल जल्दी।
तुम बिन जीवन कैसा जीवन।
छोटी माँ, दूसरों को खुश करके जो खुशी मिलती है ना, उसका तो जवाब नहीं। कभी बड़ी माँ की मदद करके देखिए, बहुत खुशी मिलेगी।
बोराई गया अंधियारा, सारे जग में हुआ उजियारा।
So this was Bawarchi, the chef, directed by Rishikesh Mukherjee. Now let's go through the learnings of this movie. And the first learning which we understand, and let me tell you about the order in which these learnings are kept. I have kept that deliberately. Why? The way he enters inside the house. How does he creates his own credibility? Right? So the first thing is when one is a subject matter expert, when one displays the authority or subject matter expertise, he gets the power of authority. And what do we mean by power of authority? We mean that others give you the authority to take decision on your part, right? So in this movie, when Raghu the chef was interviewed for the first time, let me tell you what are the things he told about himself. All those places he has worked. He told them that I worked with a music director, I worked at the chief minister place, I worked with chief minister of Maharashtra, I worked with a Sanskrit expert, I worked with a person who was a fantastic mathematician. So all those are the big names. And why do we introduce? As we all know, the purpose of introduction is to create credibility, to create trust and faith. And in order to create trust and faith, we should be prepared. That's what we teach. We almost learn in our day-to-day interactions. If you want to create trust, please take the name of those big guns with whom we have worked because it builds credibility, right? So he told everything about those places where he's worked. Not only that, he also told them as to all the places where he's worked, plus for how many years he's been working as a chef. And not, if the, not that was not enough, the third thing was how many dishes he could make. He was an expert in continental, he was an expert in Mughlai, he was an expert in Indian, and if that was not enough, 400 किस्म की चटनियां बना लेता था. He was able to make 400 types of chutneys, and each of his dish was catering to each of the individuals in the family. And that was how he introduced himself. And when you give your introduction as a subject matter expert, that is your first introduction to any client or any customer. And if that is the introduction, the trust and credibility is a side effect of it. And this is how it happened. Right from the first interaction, everyone was in awe. They had that jaw-dropping emotion expression in front of him. ये कौन है भाई? ये कहाँ से आया है? And that was the talk of the family. And yes, he was able to create curiosity, trust, and credibility only by first introduction. So, my dear friends, boys and girls, we should always create our first introduction in such a way that it should be able to create credibility, and it should give us that power of authority. That is learning number one. Learning number two. Once the introduction has been done, we have got the authority. Further, how can we gain the trust? And for that, a very good way is to start with solving a long time pending problem. If you look at the movie, you'll find that in front of the kitchen, there was a small place where everyone used to go and sleep. Before Raghu entered the hall, into the house, most of the people, when the moment they were about to enter the kitchen, they used to sleep, and no one was taking the ownership to clear that problem. There were four ladies there, but no one took the ownership and responsibility to clear. Moment Raghu entered the kitchen, he said, यहाँ पे तो इतना चिकना है कि कोई भी गिर सकता है. So he said, give me some nariyal powder, the coconut powder and something. He asked for certain mixture, and the moment he got the mixture, he started cleaning it. And after he cleaned it, he said, अब तो यहाँ पे कोई कथक डांस भी करेगा तो फिसलेगा नहीं. Even if someone dances on this floor, is not going to slip. And that was the time when everyone said, ये सही आदमी है, इसने हमारी उस प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व किया जो कई सालों से चली आ रही थी. And the same thing can be taken care of in a real world. For instance, if a salesperson is going to some client and his client says, sorry, I have been working with your organization, but this is a problem which has been long pending. So let me solve that problem for you. And if that salesperson solves the problem of the customer becomes a lifetime customer for him. That is how you can gain trust. So if you have to gain trust, solve a long time pending problem for the customer. Yes, you are going to get trust immediately. That was learning number two. Let's go to learning number three. Further, if you have to build rapport, go extra mile for others. अपना काम तो सभी करते हैं. That's what he said, as you heard in the trailer, कि दूसरों का काम करने में जो मजा है उसका तो कोई मुकाबला ही नहीं है. That's what he said in the trailer. So in this movie, he is also saying कि his job was to cook the food. He was a chef. But when he saw that the lady, which is seen in the picture, this role is played by of the Badi Bahu by a very legendary actress called Durga Kote, and she is playing the role of the Badi Bahu, the elder bride, and she is having some arthritis pain, because of which she was not able to sit and wash the utensils. So what does Raghu says? Raghu says, कि माता जी, let me wash the utensils for you. So दुर्गा खोटे और the बड़ी बहू says कि तुम क्यों करोगे, ये काम तो तुम्हारा नहीं, this is not your work, you are a chef, why should you wash your utensils? He says, जो काम मैं करता हूँ उसकी तनख्वाह मुझे मिल जाती है. I get the salary of what I work. It's equal Steven Stevens. But if you want to get blessings from elders, then you should go and do certain things for which you are not paid. And when we do certain things for which you are not paid, that is called going an extra mile. And he cleaned the utensils for her. And that was the time when everyone started following what Raghu started to say. So easy to build rapport. And what do we do in a corporate life? Most of the times we say, इतने में इतना ही कर पाएंगे. And that is the time when we are getting lakhs and lakhs of rupees per month. But this guy was getting only rupees 30 per month. And he said, 30 रुपए के बदले में तो आप मुझे जो भी देते हो मैं कर देता हूँ. But let me do something extra. And this is how you can build rapport, you can build trust, you can build your credibility, not only in your department, but across the organizations. That is learning number three. Let's go to learning number four. Now, if you have got into an organization, the next thing which you have to do is to demonstrate and nurture collaborative behavior. And this is very well shown in this movie. Before Raghu entered the house, everyone used to have tea in their own rooms. So there was this girl, Krishna, who was, which is played by Jaya Bhadri. So she always used to, in absence of a chef, she used to make tea for everyone. And she used to go to each and every room, knock and said, "Chai taiyar hai, tea is ready." And everyone used to take tea. But when Rajesh Khanna, Raghu the cook, came and said, now tea will not go to every room. Every room will come for the tea. And he started the culture of everyone having tea together. And when everyone in the tea and in the house were having tea together, that was fantastic start of the day. Everyone was talking about the things they are going to do in a day. So how do we do it today? We have morning huddles. we have early start of the day when we work together, and we talk about what are we going to do in the day. In the evening when we get together, what we did in the day. And the same things were displayed by this family as well. And yes, this collaborative behavior, which was nurtured and demonstrated in this family, that became the reason for their real happiness in the times to come for this movie. So that was learning number four. Collaborative behavior has to be nurtured and demonstrated for best of the results. Now let's go to learning number five. And learning number five says love is an emotion. And if it is within us, it should not flow selectively. What do we do? We love few people, we don't love others. Whereas what is inside us should be shown outside. So why love is a selective behavior? And this was shown in this movie as well. There were two girls, Krishna and a sister, both of the same age. Unfortunately, Krishna, which was played by Jaya Bhaduri, her parents died in an accident. And her sister, whose mother was, yes, the Badi Bahu, played by Durga Kote. So she used to love her daughter and pamper her daughter, used to be very kind for her with her daughter, used to give all kind of good energy drinks to her daughter. But when it came to Krishna, she was not so loving to her, and she was having a selective or a biased behavior to her, and which was a reason for great amount of discontent in Krishna. Despite her best of her intent, she was not able to like her aunt. And similarly, this kind of biased behavior, even in the organizations, can become a reason of discontent. And this also creates toxic culture in the organizations. So if love is an emotion, care is an emotion, acknowledgement is an emotion. I call it LCA, love, care, and acknowledgement. If you have got within you, please show it without being selective about it. That is learning number five. Let's go to learning number six. And the learning number six says, key efficiency is different from effectiveness. You saw there are four ladies in a house, as you can see in the picture. And all the four ladies are portrayed as housewives. Despite they being housewives, and each one of them was competent enough to take care of the household. But when it came to the matter of taking care of the household, each one of them was looking at each other's face. Why should I do it? Why shouldn't she do it? Why shouldn't she do it? And that was the reason that despite being efficient, they were not effective. They were always looking for some external chef or some external vendor to take care of the job in their house, whereas each one of them were expert. And as it is written, 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 can be 16, and it can be minus 12 as well, and it can be 4,444. That's the synergy for you. When Raghu came, when Chef came, he developed the love, empathy, and rapport building in all of them. And because of which, the synergy started to play, and their efficiency was converted into effectiveness. Same thing happens in our workplace as well. They are so efficient people. They are people who have graduated from IIMs, people who have come done IITs as well. They are from some fantastic business schools. They are very efficient. Just because they're not looking at the bigger picture. They're only limited to their own constraints. They're not able to show that effectiveness. So efficiency is different and effectiveness is different. If efficient people start working in the right combination, then they become more effective. And then seventh and the last learning. A lie is spoken for the welfare of human relations is better than best of the truth. So there were two brothers, Ramnath and Kashinath. Ramnath was the elder brother, elder one, and the Kashinath was the younger one, the professor. And they had very bitter relationships. And when these two brothers were there, so they never used to talk to each other even. And one of the situations when Mr. Ramnath got promoted, he got sweets. और अपने छोटे भाई काशीनाथ को ही was not ready to share the sweets. He said कि he will not be happy for me. वो मेरी तरक्की से खुश नहीं होगा. So Raghu, who was playing the chef role, he said कि क्यों खुश नहीं होगा? काशी भैया तो ये कह रहे थे कि I feel ashamed कि I am not able to वर्क फॉर माई एल्डर ब्रदर. इस एज में भी उनको काम करना है जब उनको रिटायर हो जाना चाहिए. काश मैं उनके लिए इतना काम कर पाता कि वो आराम से अपनी रिटायर्ड लाइफ जी पाते. Though this was a lie, but then when this was told to the elder brother, he said, काशी ऐसा बोलता है मेरे बारे में? जी बिल्कुल ऐसा ही बोलता है. And why they were believing in Raghu? Because Raghu has already created a credibility earlier, right? And then Raghu goes to the younger brother Kashi, and the Kashi says, "कि मेरे बड़े भैया तो मेरी चिंता ही नहीं करते. He doesn't bother about me." So Raghu says, "कैसी बात कर रहे हैं आप? बड़े भैया तो ये कह रहे थे कि काशी तो इतना तेज था पढ़ने में, मुझे उसे ऑक्सफोर्ड या कैम्ब्रिज भेजना चाहिए था, लेकिन मैं कितना मजबूर हूँ कि आई एम नॉट एबल टू सेंड हिम टू ऑक्सफोर्ड एंड कैम्ब्रिज." He said, मेरे बड़े भैया ऐसा सोचते हैं मेरे बारे में, बिल्कुल. And these two lies created such a fantastic atmosphere. It just changed their mutual opinion. It worked like a magic. So certain lies are good. कुछ झूठ अच्छे भी होते हैं. Because the motive is better, the intention is better. And if certain things can be done within the organization, so many conflicts can be resolved. And if we summarize these 7 learnings, it goes like number 1, when one is a subject matter expert, one gets the power of authority. Number 2, to gain the trust, you start with solving a problem, long time pending problem. Collaborative behavior has to be nurtured and demonstrated for best of the result. If it needs to build rapport, go an extra mile for others. Love is an emotion. If it is within us, it should not flow selectively. And if a lie is spoken for the welfare of human relations, it is better than best of the truths. And efficiency is different than effectiveness. So these are the 7 learnings which we could understood and we could take out from this movie. I hope I was able to make this interesting for all of you. And let's go to the last part, and that is question and answers. Thank you so much. Yes, time for question answers.
No, thank you, Mishra. That was very interesting. It's actually making me want to watch the movie. So I'm definitely going to look it up and watch it.
Yes, yeah.
I think Arvind very wonderfully explained. I've watched this very a long time ago. But now when I saw the trailer, I don't remember the ending. So I think even I'm going to watch it again and
Sure. Let me tell you about the ending. In the trailer, it was suggesting
don't
that.
say it. People
Acha,
who
okay,
not watched.
fine. Let's keep that as a
Yes,
suspense.
yes.
Right. And
But
thank you.
it's actually a lovely movie in terms of spreading happiness and just going out and helping others without any expectations in return.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I have deliberately not told you about the final and what happened in the last scene. There was, although I have a video of that, but
Right.
if I show you that, it might spoil the
Yes.
suspense of it.
Right.
That's why I've not seen. And as I can see 2 messages, Sheila says that yes, thank you so much. I think I will watch this with a new fresh lens. Yeah, please do. And let me tell you, it's available on YouTube as well with English subtitles. Right? And Prashantji says, thank you for sharing your observations, Arvind. Thank you, Zoya, for Thank you, Zoya, for this insightful session. Rajesh says, nice session. Shall watch the movie this evening. Oh, sure. We have got the weekend. And let me suggest you, if you are watching the movie, watch this with your family. Right? And Anjali says, it was great. Wonderful observation. Thank you, Anjali.
Thank you, Mishra.
It was a great session, very enjoyable. And as you said, I am going to watch with my teenager boys.
Sure.
Try to show them, value of going beyond your R and R's and do
Absolutely.
and say yes more than saying no. We are being being taught like how to say no, but people forget how to say yes first.
Yes, Runa, we should know how to say no, but before that, we should have explored all the possibility of saying yes.
Yes. Yeah. So it was interesting one. And thank you. I have watched this movie and it was one of my favorites. So thank you again.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Prashantji, for giving the time to us.
Bye. Take care.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for logging, joining.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you next time soon.
Yes, for the next session of MPN.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Namaskaram. Bye-bye.